Hey guys, it's me, Seren, back with another video. So this video is, I know I just posted a video yesterday, my review video for Deli's cough pops, and you guys know I normally don't post videos in such quick succession, but I wanted to make this video really quick. It's kind of like a housekeeping kind of video, kind of yes, kind of no. So I've been getting a lot of requests to make a video on two topics, but I kind of feel like at the core of those topics is the same issue. The first is Peter Liang. Peter Liang is actually the, I want to say Asian American, not sure exactly like what country, police officer that shot and killed Akai Gurley. I have a video on Akai Gurley. I'll put it in the description box, and I'll also put it in the card thing, and there should be an eye in the right hand corner, so it should be there as well. So a lot of people have wanted me to do a video on Peter Liang's being sentenced and stuff, because like over 10,000 Asian Americans actually protested, saying that, you know, there are two victims, Akai Gurley and Peter Liang, and, you know, whatever. And a lot of people feel like, you know, that's anti-Black, that's racist, coming from Asian Americans, you know, non-Black POC. So they want me to talk about non-Black POC and anti-Blackness. So that's the first issue. And the second issue that a lot of people have wanted me to talk about is kind of this pushback against the kind of hyper visibility of, you know, Black people talking about lack of diversity in the Oscars. And, you know, a lot of like non-Black Latinos and Hispanics and Asians, you know, kind of saying like, well, what about us? Like, we don't get represented either. And like, why isn't anyone talking about us? And, you know, this idea that Black people kind of have to do all the work for everyone, for all POC, even though Black is not synonymous with POC. Like, all people of color are not Black, you know, like all Black people are people of color, but all people of color are not Black. And, you know, it's not a Black person's job to kind of like put the weight of all POCs on our shoulders and like carry y'all to the promised land, which Corinthia Mickey Kendall actually ended up making a hashtag on Oscar night called Not Your Mule, where she basically was saying, you know, like, it's not the job of Black people to do the work for you. I actually have some tweets that I wanted to read you guys. Because basically somebody said that Not Your Mule hashtag is divisive. You know, it's divisive. And some other Asian chick on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is also, you know, I've spoken about how that show is also fucking racist against Black people, said something about how she didn't like how Chris Rock's speech spoke specifically about Black people. Chris Rock's Black. He's Black, so of course he's going to talk about Black people. It's okay for Black people to talk about Black issues specifically. Like, we don't have to put the whole POC community on our backs, like I said, and carry y'all to the promised land. Like, POC, non-Black POC have to do the work for themselves. You have to do the work just like we're doing the work for ourselves. And when Oscar So White first started circulating, there was some pushback against it for this exact reason. And the creator, Reign of April, at Reign of April on Twitter, she actually said, like, the hashtag is Oscar So White. Like, the hashtag doesn't even have anything to do with Black people. You guys are like projecting your own like anti-Blackness onto us. So back to the tweets anyway. So somebody has said, what does I'm troubled by Corinthia's hashtag Not Your Mule. What does POC really mean in media activism? Let's have that debate and see where it goes, which there's no debate. Why does it have to be a debate? I replied, I said POC is not synonymous with Black. Black people are allowed to fight for Black rights specifically. Other POC can and should speak for themselves. Corinthia said, you want representation. Everyone has to work for it, not just hang out and wait for Black activists to take the risks. And this is something that we see over and over again. We see non-Black POC kind of just hanging back and waiting for Black people to do the work, and then kind of building off of what we have already done. You saw Black Lives Matter get turned into Muslim Lives Matter. You know, you saw Oscar So White get turned into Oscar So Male. You know, you see, this is something that's common. It's been common throughout history. You see it with the co-opting of, you know, the Black Power fist and the Civil Rights Movement getting used for like gay, not terminology is not the right word, but images, icons, like iconography, is that the word I want? You know, you see Black people do things and create things just like always, and it kind of gets co-opted, and, you know, people kind of build off the work that we do instead of doing their own work. And the whole point of Not Your Mule is, you know, we don't have to do the work for you. You have to do the work for yourself, which I have discussed in other videos, which is why I said that this is kind of a housekeeping video, because basically people want me to make videos about symptoms when I actually have some videos that already exist on the disease, and the disease is internalized anti-Blackness in POC. I have a whole video called PSA, just because you're a POC doesn't mean you're not anti-Black, and the inspiration for that video was actually someone that left me a comment on one of my older videos, one of the first videos I ever made, that said, why do you speak about Black issues specifically? Why can't you speak about issues, for all POC, Native Americans, Hispanics, and not to say that they're not Black Hispanics, but and I was like, well, I'm Black, so I can only, first and foremost, I can only speak for myself and my Black experience, and I'm allowed to speak on Black, issues specifically. I'm allowed, I can do that. And if you want to speak on issues for your people, great, do it. Make videos, become your own activist, speak out, have your own ideas, but stop expecting Black people to do the work for you. I have a whole video on it. So I'm going to link the video, and I'm going to also include the video again in the little card thing. I'm not going to make new videos on like Peter Liang and stuff like that, because like I've already discussed ad nauseum this issue and what the core issue is, and I try not to continuously make videos about the same topics, kind of over and over and over, when I already have videos that I feel address the root of the problem, because too often I feel like we don't talk about the root of the problem. We just talk about the symptoms. Like I said, we don't talk about the root of the disease. We just talk about the fact that it's making us cough. So we just talk about the fact that 10,000 Asian Americans came out for a Peter Liang rally. We just talk about the fact that, people are upset at the hypervisibility of Black struggle at the Oscars, but we don't talk about, what we're really talking about is internalized anti-Blackness and POC communities and things like that. And I have videos on those topics. And again, I've gotten a lot of new, I'm getting over a cold, guys, sorry. I have a lot of new subs, and a lot of these videos are a little bit older, because I've been talking about these issues since the first go round of Oscars So White a year ago. So I will include links so you guys can check those out, but I'm just going to read a few more tweets. So basically this guy was like, be divisive, right? Be divisive if you wish, but you also have to own the outcome. Latinos and Asians buy tickets to see Black films. And I responded, so Latinos and Asians should start speaking for themselves instead of expecting Black people to do the work for them, which is the entire point of the hashtag, not your mule. Do your own work. Just do the work. Like, do the work. That's it. Like, do the work yourself instead of expecting Black people, again, to be your mule, to be your slave, to work for free, to put you on our backs and carry you to the promised land. Do your own work. Do your own work. And I also talked some more about how hypervisibility of Black people just in general makes people uncomfortable because of their internalized anti-Blackness. A lot of POC just don't like us. They want us to do all this work for them. But when push comes to shove, they just don't like us. They just don't want to fuck with us, and people want to like debate this and debate that, and we're going to move forward with this debate. There's no debate. There's no debate. Do your own work. If you are an East Asian, I'm just using East Asian as an example. If you are an East Asian that is upset with the lack of representation of East Asians in the Oscars, do your own work. Become an East Asian activist. If you are a non-Black, Hispanic, or Latino that is upset with the representation of non-Black, Hispanics, and Latinos at the Oscars, become an activist. Do your own work. And that's any type of marginalized group or minority, I had someone hit me up one time on Instagram and ask me, why didn't I post some more things regarding gender and sexuality and things like that. And it's like, well, because me, personally, what hits me the hardest is race-based issues. So that's what I post about. If, gender discrimination and sexuality and things like that are what hit you the hardest, make your own videos, make your own Instagram account. And I didn't say that to shade them or with any type of malicious intent. Like, I really mean it, make your own Instagram account, make your own YouTube account, make your own Twitter account, become your own activist, do the work for yourself and stop expecting people to do the work for you because you don't want to do it because you're lazy, So I just wanted to make this video really quick. I'm going to include, because I know a lot of you guys are new subscribers, and I also know that I have over 200 videos, so sometimes it can be really hard to go through and watch them all. But I would definitely recommend, at least for newbies, go through the must watch playlist, the PSAs playlist, and the on, it's just like on dot 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 playlist. Those are kind of my really hard hitting videos on really specific topics like this. And I will, like I said, I will include links in the description box and also cards so you guys can check some of that stuff out, because a lot of what we talk about year after year is kind of like, again, a rehashing of core issues. So, and I don't like to just keep talking about different examples of the same thing. I'm trying to like kind of get to some solutions off of these core issues. So what we're talking about is, you know, the anti-Blackness, the knee-jerk quick trigger reaction that a lot of people feel when they see black visibility, and laziness, and people not wanting to do their own work and wanting other people with platforms, you know, that already exist to kind of do the work for them. So yeah, so quick video on that. Like I said, kind of housekeeping. I have a lot of cool stuff coming up. If you follow me on Instagram, someone said they wanted me to start putting links to all of my social media in the description box, so I'll probably start doing that too. Because if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw that I was paneling with Grapevine TV, which is really, really cool show channel that they have here on YouTube. And I went to this really interesting urban agriculture food event that I'm going to try to get a video up on, and really fun stuff coming. So stick around, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you check out the links and watch the videos, okay? Peace.